Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnaughts. I'm still in the Naval Academy and I'm looking at another mission. I have skipped a couple because they're not that interesting. This is just teaching you the gun basics, the speed basics, and now I'm on torpedo basics. The game might be called Ultimate Admiral Dreadnaughts, but that doesn't mean that you only build dreadnoughts or battleships yourself. You can also build something much, much smaller. In this case, I'm building a torpedo boat. Try to destroy a slow-moving pre-dreadnought with a torpedo boat squadron. Now, it says squadron, but again, you can pick and choose whether you want one ship or multiple. I have a couple of bonuses that I can pick from. I can use more torpedo tubes, optimize torpedo propulsion, so I have 7,000 more meters of range and faster torpedoes and more accuracy. Balanced torpedo tech, so a little bit more range, a little bit more speed, and a little bit more accuracy, or more funds. In which case, I can probably build one more torpedo boat or arm them a little better. I am going to go for the optimized torpedo propulsion. I want fast torps at long range. Now I know that the battleship is is very slow. And I don't need to be particularly big in order to get to him. Because the smaller I am, or the smaller my group is, the easier it will be for me to dodge shots. Now we have a couple of different choices, of course. I can go for a displacement of 500 tons, in which I can build 3 torpedo boats, but that is just based on budget. The moment that I start adding torpedo tubes, this becomes a whole different story. I'm going to go with something really large for a torpedo boat and very fast. I'm going to try and get to 33 knots, but I'm not sure if I can do that. Range is not important, because I don't need to go very far. Bulkheads, well, if a shell from a battleship hits, or from a dreadnought, if you want to be exact, if a shell hits this ship, I'm not sure if this exactly is going to save it. I might be able to save some weight by going for the expanded steam engine. It saves me a little bit on the weight, and gives me a little bit more horsepower per ton, so more power. As for fuel, I still only have coal, close enough. And I can go for the induced draft boilers, which gives me more funnel capacity, and that should help with my engine efficiency. All of this stuff, protection, well, it's a torpedo boat. You're not likely to find protection on it. As for the torpedoes, I don't really need the increased amount of torpedoes, because I think that my ship might not live long enough in order to use those. Explosives, well, this is really only if I'm going to go for shells, and it's a torpedo boat. Sure, it's going to have a main gun, but it's going to have a 2-inch gun, nothing else. And that 2-inch gun is going to sit right on the bow. It's basically there for decoration and because the game demands that you at least have one main gun. Torpedoes then. Standard torpedo propulsion, fast or electric. These have less detection, so ships are less likely to actually do something about it, because they simply don't spot them, but you're sacrificing range and speed. The alternative would be to go for fast torps, which have a lot more speed, less range, and less accuracy, and on top of everything, they are more detectable. I'm going to go for fast, and I'm going to make these torps as big as I can. 18-inch or 457mm torpedo tubes. They are heavier, they have more launch cost, or more cost per launcher. My detonation chance is higher, but they also do 50% more damage than your standard 15-inch torpedo. So, I would like one of those. Then, we got the standard reloading, but this is only for the gun. There is no real torpedo reload acceleration. There's no real way that you can speed that up, as far as I've gathered. Now, let's set up a tower. I don't really need anything that is going to help me with my accuracy. Because this, as far as I've been able to gather, mostly impacts the way that the guns behave. And I only have one. So an advanced tower, it's nice, but it's not really necessary. So I'm going to go with a small tower. This ship does not come with a secondary tower. You simply don't need one, and it would probably make your ship too heavy. Funnels. These are important. I have, let's see, a smoke efficiency of 0, and let's see how much I need. If I add 1, ooh, damn, I have an engine efficiency of only 29%, with a funnel capacity of 5.3. Gee, I'm gonna need a load of these. There, that's better at 50%. I think I'm gonna have to go a little slower. I'm gonna try and get that to about 90 plus. Here, we're doing 28 knots, 92% engine efficiency. And I saved quite a lot of weight on my ship. Barbettes, not important. Main gun, consider yourself installed with a 2-inch gun. Now the torpedo launchers. I only have single launch tubes, but I can put a load of those on this ship. That is, if I can fit them. I might need to move that funnel back a little because I think it's going to be in the way. Let's go for a dual funnel. Actually, can I fit the tubes anywhere? Begs the question. This is as far back as I can put those. But it seems like I'm not even sure if those could be considered lifeboats, but the secondary boats are in the way. Alright, let's see if I can fit a oh, there we go. Just do away with the lifeboats. My chances of actually getting into the lifeboat are fairly slim anyway. Because, well, survivability on a platform like this, I'm afraid, is not going to be very good. Ideally, I would move this funnel back a little more. Or maybe go with an enhanced funnel. Get out of the way. I'm going to try and fit a couple more torpedo tubes on here. Yeah, it just kind of won't fit. Yeah, here we go. That's only a one-sided tube, though. That is not an entirely bad idea. I could try to go with a sort of massive salvo on one side. Try to race up to the battleship. And hope that I can get there. But this does pose a problem. I have a starboard weight offset of 100%. So the ship might not immediately roll over, but it does have a fairly good chance of doing exactly that. So let's not go for this design. I'm gonna have to put them centerline. I'm gonna try and get my funnel back there, and I'm thinking I might not get the engine efficiency that I need. Yeah, this would do, more or less. Now my cost is fairly high. I could only build one. I could not even put armor on it, even if I wanted to. So that's not gonna help me. What if I go for smaller caliber torpedo tubes? 57%, I'm still too high. If I could build this to have only 50% of the cost, then I can build 2 torpedo boats. No, that's not going to help me. Or I could speed this thing up. Alright, this is, let's call it a suicide design. I'm lacking 57% acceleration. That's going to hurt. But we're just going to try and race up to the battleship at 32 knots. Drop a couple of torpedoes in it, and hope that it works. Here goes. We are the French, and we're fighting the Italians. Again, purely random. Full ahead flank. Do not fire the torpedo tubes. Let's speed this up a little. Not sure if this is going to work. I have done this mission before, but I don't exactly remember what sort of ship I built. And the game does not save that. I'm relying on this ship to not be accurate. That is kind of a prerequisite. At this range, though, with my fast torps, I am kind of afraid that the ship will see my torpedoes coming. So I'm going to have to get a little closer, even if I am at 2.6 kilometers. My torpedoes travel at 40 knots, have a range of 7, so I could launch them. But then I would have to wait 3 minutes before I can fire again. So I want to get a little closer. And yes, I am allowing the battleship to cross the T to get all his guns firing on me. Or well, his port guns, that is. What does he have? Oh, we're still working at identification. Okay. Oh shit, we got hit. Well, at least we're not flooding yet. 1.6 kilometers out. Ow, 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 ow. Now we're flooding. Turn, 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 turn. Torpedo tubes, green. Oh, I'm not sure if we're going to survive this. Torpedoes away. I think. I heard the ship launch. Yep. We got 1, 2, 3 torpedoes off. If I can live long enough for those torpedoes to hit that ship and kill it, I might survive. And I might complete the mission. But that battleship is going to keep kicking me. And without engines, I am defenseless. Torpedoes are approaching the target. Battleship is starting to navigate. He's maneuvering to dodge, but he's going to hit all 3. 1, 2, 3. He's flooding in 3 separate locations. Actually, in 5 separate locations. But my ship isn't doing too much better either. I'm at 56% float and 45% structural integrity. Look at this thing flood. They are trying to pump out the water. 45, 40, 50, 47, 60. Yeah, this thing is not going to sink. Unfortunately. I'm afraid I'm going to have to hit it a little harder than that. Alright, let's rebuild. Now, I did put the 15 inchers on. Let's try the 18 inchers. I will probably have to give up a little bit of speed. But then I can hit him a lot harder. And alternatively, I can just launch them at range and then try to close the distance. Let's in fact do that. So, torps away whenever ready. Aggressive launch. Oh, never mind. First we have to... Oh, yeah, we just launched. Okay, torpedoes are away. Off. I don't want the torpedoes to fire. Here's the torps. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And... 5? Oh, right, I got the one on the stern. I got 5 torpedo launchers on this. Now, time to start maneuvering pretty violently. Make myself a harder target. This warship, because I don't even know it's a battleship yet. I mean, yeah, I know it's a battleship, but come on. As long as I stay at a decent range and maneuver pretty violently, I think I might make myself a smaller and more difficult to hit target. At the same time, my own accuracy is a whole 3% and my chance to pen is probably 0. I don't think a 2-inch gun, even at very close range, can hit the target. It's just not going to happen. What's my speed currently? 22, and we're speeding up again. Torpedoes are still going for the target. I am about halfway through my reload. Come right. Full right rudder. You can see the battleship is still not very accurate. Although these shells are coming a little closer. All the little ones, that is just secondary fire. I'm even less concerned about those than I am about the main guns. The main guns, I think, are going to be my main concern. Now, these torpedoes do look good. I think this one, and if I get lucky, this one might hit. And it seems like he has spotted them and is trying to dodge. Now, I'm going to come left again. Or come to port, if you want to be exact. Because I think that this ship might start turning away to starboard. And that means that I will have to get a little closer. Otherwise, I'm looking at his stern for my next torpedo launch. At the same time, he only has, what, 1 gun? Yeah, he only has 1 turret, the stern turret, which can actually do damage against me. And, of course, the secondaries. Now, it looks like the torpedo there is going to miss, but this one probably will not miss. So let's chase this guy down. Torpedoes are almost ready again. This is going to really hurt him. Flooding. 2 sections of the ship, 2 compartments have been hit. He is flooding. Only his aft gun can fire. So now it's time to close in. and get the torpedoes ready for another attack. Unfortunately, the battleship has been given quite a bit of time in order to improve his accuracy, and probably will be quite dangerous. He's going to get increasingly more accurate. Torpedoes are ready. I wonder what sort of turn this guy is going to make. Because if I'm at the position where I am now and I launch, then I might not hit him. But I think he is slowly making a port turn. Very slowly. That might have to do with the ship having taken on several thousand tons of additional water. I mean, his ability to float is reduced to about 60%, and I think he is more or less in the phase of pumping out water. Alright, fire when ready. I've set them to save, so that their accuracy is important, and they will only launch if they have a good accuracy. Look at that, I'm at 1 kilometer away from this battleship. He is listing to starboard pretty severely. Look at that. That is not how you would want your ship to normally behave. Torpedoes away. I'm gonna keep charging this guy. Keep going behind him as much as I can. That really hurt. To make sure that that bow turret does not have the angles. Right now it doesn't. As long as I can stay behind him, I'm going to probably live. Unlike him. Because if these 4, I think these, well, 3 to 4 18-inch torpedoes hit, well, he's already wounded. He's not going to live through that. I, however, am not exactly passing this battle unscathed. I am down to 60% struct and 65 float. So I'm not doing great myself. Torpedo 1's going to hit. Right on the stern. We got another one midships, one on the bow. Now he is taken on water almost across the entire length of the ship. Unfortunately, my engine seems to have been knocked out. But I think this battleship, the Othion, might sink before I actually die. There we go, we got him. Mission complete. That's how you sink a torpedo boat, or sink a battleship with a torpedo boat. Or rather, it is one of the ways that you can use. I'm going to do the mission again. And this time around, I'm going to go with more torpedo boats. Torpedo basics. I want to get... Let's see... Let's go for balanced... or more funds. More funds, more cash, more ships. I want to try and get as many of these boats as I can. And again, they're going to be armed very, very lightly with a 2-inch gun. That's all that I need. And a couple of torpedo tubes. Of course, I also need a funnel. Their speed is not going to be terribly important, but if I can maintain about 29 knots, that would be perfect. Torpedo tubes. Oh, the funnels are a little too far forward. Unless I put my tubes all the way on the stern. Funnel. Oh shit, I reset the hull. Ah, crap. What they have not yet added, or maybe they're going to add that later, is a undo button. What they do have is the auto design. There you go. The ship now apparently has a bunch of 3-inch guns and 1 whole torpedo tube. Yeah, no thank you. If I were fighting other torpedo boats, that might be a decent option. Right now, I don't think that that's the best call that I can make. Because I could pack this thing to the gills with 3-inch guns and it still wouldn't kill him. We're gonna have 1 torpedo tube there, 1 here, and 1 here. Ship is now overweight. And no, I'm not fat shaming the ship. This is just how heavy it is. This will work. I'm at 399 out of 400 tons. I'll be putting less torpedoes in the water. Or fewer. Of a slightly lower caliber. But... hold on, why is this not properly placed? But I have more ships. Which means more survivability. At 480 tons. Can I go for higher inch torpedoes? I can indeed. There we go. We got 4 tubes. Yep, this is going to be fun. We're going to have only 2 torpedo boats. Can I go for 3? Nope. Ah! I just need a bit more. If I take one of the launchers off? No. Alright, in that case we're going to go for 2 torpedo boats. With as high as a torpedo caliber as I can get. I don't think I can fit another funnel, even if I wanted to. Could I remove this one and then slowly slide it back? Maybe add another funnel, even if it's just a single one. How heavy is that? 7 tons. No, that would put me overweight. Okay, so now we're going in with 2 torpedo boats. 2 torpedo boats from the Empire of Japan versus the Spanish Empire. Ah yes, the famous battle where the Japanese were fighting the Spanish. I must have missed that. Let's go for aggressive torpedo loadout. Torpedoes are being put in the water. Launched. The Atami has not yet launched. Now I'm going to split these ships off. I'm going to detach them from the division. I want you to attack from here and you to attack from here. This gives me options, but it has a downside. There is a chance that... Actually, hold. There's a chance that if I have a ship over there and a ship over there, I'm going to be cross-torping the battleship, but at the same time, I might have my own ships fire at each other. I might run into my own torpedoes. That is a very real risk. I want you to not fire torpedo tubes. Let's speed things along. We're not exactly sure what it is. We're thinking it's a heavy cruiser, a CA. Those couple of torpedoes do look pretty good. He's almost reloaded already. Ow. Jeez, that's half the ship gone. I hope those torpedoes are going to do something. Now the problem is, I could have this ship launch the torpedoes, but the battleship's starting to maneuver. And there's a very good chance that if I launch now, the ship is still going to be maneuvering, and my chances of hitting him are not very good. I do, however, wonder if this ship's going to get another launch off. Yep. This guy dodged all the torpedoes, though. Time to send a salvo from this one. Go on then, whenever you're ready. No, he's not going for it. He thinks the accuracy's too bad. Alright, come right. These torpedoes might hit him, but I think that my torpedo boat is pretty much done. Nope, he's maneuvering again. We're gonna have to have the other torpedo boat, the Atami, try to flank him. Turn, 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 turn. Look at this guy turn. Full right rudder, and he avoided all the torpedoes again. Alright, if I could cross-torp, that would be perfect. Torping from here, up there. Torping from here, down there. And I think that we should be just about ready. Come on. Go for a normal launch. Torpedoes away from the Atami. Atami, turn right. Hatsukari, turn right. So much for the cross-torp. Come on. Turn, 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 turn. Got the torpedo tubes on target. Oh shit, they knocked out one tube. Why is he not launching? Send it. Come on. There's a reason you got these things. Once again, I think he's going to dodge most of them. Yep, he's going to dodge all the torpedoes. Hatsukari, turn, far left. So apparently this tactic is not as effective as I would have hoped. The Atami, fortunately, is almost reloaded. Hold. Oh shit, he already fired. Okay. Just have to make do. This ship can only currently make 14 knots. Seeing the damage that it's taken and probably the water, it is no longer as effective as I would like. These torpedoes do look decent. He has spotted them though. He's turning to avoid once again. This one might hit him in the stern. Nope, he's not overturning. Yep, there we go. Rudder's been damaged. Atami has taken severe damage to the engine, but is still fat. Actually, there we go. He's down to 14 knots. Hatsukari. Take this port. Take this side. Atami that side. Atami can launch again. Launch when ready. Torpedoes away. I only have 6 torpedoes left. Better make those things count. The Hatsukari has also sent his torpedoes. And we only have 3 launchers left on the Hatsukari. But this battleship, I think, is already on the way to dodge the torpedoes from this and get more guns to bear on the Atami. So, incidentally, the Hatsukari also missed with its launcher. Hatsukari has 5 torpedoes left. Off. Atami, turn. Come on, Hatsukari, you need to survive long enough for one salvo. It's going to be a really close range. We're at 800 meters out. 700 meters. What are those 10-inchers doing? They're turning around to engage the Hatsukari. Hatsukari is ready to go. Save. Torpedoes away. Hatsukari got the torps off. At this range, it's going to be harder for him to dodge, but he is in the turn, and he's probably going to evade. Now, one thing I forgot is to use the faster torpedoes. So it is actually easier for this guy to avoid everything. And I am steadily running out of torpedoes. Hatsukari only has 3 of them left, and the Atami has 5. Atami is now 600 meters away from the target. Oh, I don't need you to come straight at me, buddy. Ideally, I'd be side on. Just, if you have them, send them. Missed! At that range, 200 meters, and they miss. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. You're killing me here. Hatsukari has torpedoes ready. Hatsukari, come on. Hatsukari launched. 2 torpedoes out. And once again, this guy is turning to be avoiding the torpedoes. 1 has hit. Starboard side. Flooding again. Hatsukari is out of... has 1 torpedo left. The Atami has 3. Atami is reloading. Ow. I think I lost a torpedo. I'm heavily on fire and I'm flooding. The Atami is done. The Sebastian, or the Saint Sebastien, is... sorry, it's Spanish, isn't it? Never mind. That was a French pronunciation. Or what should have been one. No, this is not going to work. Okay, one more try. I want to fast torpedoes. Fast. To see if that helps. Launch. Okay, split from the div. I want you to hold fire, and I want you to also hold fire. I want the Okinawa to continue on course, and I want the Atami to head north. Speed things along. We are fighting a warship of unknown make and model. What? You're spotting a torpedo? That would seem a little unlikely. Oh, the battleship is spreading out its fire between two different targets now. Okay, Atami. Fire when ready. And when you think you have a decent accuracy. Okinawa, come left. Right, left full rudder. Atami, right full rudder. I want to get the torps on target. Come on, I need this battleship to start maneuvering. Go for aggressive. It's not launching. Okinawa, carry on. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, it just fell short. Cancel fire. Turn left. The Okinawa should, at this point, have a really good chance of hitting. If I can get the torpedoes away. Okinawa's torpedo tubes are turning starboard. Aft ones could be launching. Come on. Ship's 1.3 clicks out. Steady as she goes. Where is the Atami? Still pursuing. Get over here. Come on, Okinawa. Fire. Torpedoes away. These are faster. Easier to spot. Potentially harder to dodge. Okinawa's dodging. Atami's pushing in. And at 27... She feels kind of slow, but that's because she's only doing 20 currently in the turn. It looks like the battleship is already turning to avoid. Yeah, I think the torpedoes have already been spotted. Alright, I want you to close right in. Keep them busy. And allow the Atami to close in. I don't think that these torpedoes have any chance whatsoever. Nope, nothing. Okinawa's taking quite the pounding. Has taken on some water. Actually, no, sorry, it's not taken on water. The battleship's now going to have to make a choice. Who do I go for? It only has two 13-inch turrets, which in this era are really slow to turn around. Their accuracy is about 7%. So this should not be too much of an issue. Do I know how long these things take to turn around? No, I just know that they do a hell of a lot of damage. But their accuracy at 1,000 meters out is only 13%. Sorry, is 34%. Not just 13. Come left. I want to try and have the Atami cut him off. Atami's torpedo tube should be on target. Yep. If I can launch torpedoes in front, then I'm gonna have to, or he's gonna have to slow down if he wants to survive, and then the Okinawa comes in for the killing blow. Normal? No. What I'm missing in the game at the moment is a report that tells me how accurate my torpedoes are going to be. Because you cannot see exactly what their intended accuracy is going to be. Or what their planned accuracy is. Okinawa is ready to fire torps. Let's hold off with the Atami for now. 500 meters out. Torpedoes on the Okinawa are ready. Just hope that they're pointing the right way, and they are not. The torpedo tubes are very slow to sling around. Oh crap. In that case, I might have to turn full starboard. Just to try and get the ship around and keep the torpedoes pointing at the target. Hoping that this is going to work. I'm 400 meters away from this ship. 300 meters. Still, the secondaries are going all over the place. Ow. That hurt. Okay, save. Torpedo away. Torpedo away. That's 2 torps off. At a range of 300 meters. Where's the Atami? It is going to be impossible for him to dodge this. Okinawa is reloading. One's going to hit the stern, right underneath the turret. Look at that. Flooding, rudder damaged, and engine 2 damaged. This is perfect. Because with a damaged rudder and a damaged engine, it's going to be harder for this ship to now dodge torpedoes. It's not quite a sitting duck yet, but he's going to be far easier to hit, and he's going to have a much harder time to dodge. Hold off on the torpedo tubes. Tommy, I need you to come this way. Because he's potentially locked in a port turn. And he's still flooding. He's fighting it though. Flooding's going from 31 to 32 and back. 31 and holding. He's steady. It's no longer flooding. Okinawa come around. Atami. I'm surprised at how little damage he's actually been able to inflict. I stand corrected. He just killed off my one torpedo boat with one shot. This thing might be in pain, but it's definitely not dead. The front turret, though, is not looking the right way. The stern turret is keeping an eye on the Okinawa. The Okinawa is ready to go at it again. But at this angle, I don't like it. How close can we get? And what are my torpedo tubes looking at? Yeah, they are more or less looking at the wounded Camby over here. Torpedoes away. 3 of them are out, and that should kill them. 1, 2, 3. Okinawa has taken some damage, but this guy now has a hell of a problem. Flooding. 11% left. 10. Oh, don't tell me he's going to survive that. Don't tell me he's going to survive that. No, 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 no. That would be ridiculous. Stern turret no longer in a position to fire, but the bow turret is. The bow turret, however, has a 3.7% accuracy. Hold off on the launch. I'm still literally running circles around this ship. Torpedoes are ready. Or just about. Still though, look at how much water this thing has taken on. The starboard side of the deck is almost in the water. Just imagine trying to fire your guns at this angle. I don't think his secondaries can actually do anything. They're all pointing up at the sky. Same for the main turret. Or the main guns. Can we finish him off? Torpedoes away. 1, 2, 3. 3. Has this ship lost a launcher? Yeah, the midship launcher is dead. 3 more torpedoes strike the Camby and sink it. Sunk due to heavy flooding. So, there are more ways to skin a cat or sink a battleship. You can find all sorts of different designs on this game, and that's what I really like. There are many, many more missions, so we still have a lot of stuff to explore. So, expect another video on this game very soon, where we're probably going to go for the armed convoy attack. In which case I can build a battle cruiser, a heavy cruiser, or a light cruiser, or any composition of this, or any composition if it's the same ship type. We're going to be taking on 2 battleships, a heavy cruiser, a light cruiser, another light cruiser, and a bunch of transports. So we have a lot of stuff to do. Anyway, this is it for now. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments. If you liked it, then check out the link in the description where you can find the game. It is currently in alpha, pre-order. So if you shell out enough money, you can immediately start playing it. I quite like it. Is it worth a high price? I'm not sure. I really like it, and I think it has a lot of potential. But is it worth $50 for just the Naval Academy? of course, just the Naval Academy at this point, because at some point they will end a campaign. I'm not sure. And if you're still on the fence, then I'd say just hold off on the purchase for now. Anyway, that's all. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you soon for more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts.